expect this to be high energy, and I'm ready to go with it.
This is huge. It's about keeping your nerve now. It's about playing your game, believing in what there's been set out all week for you, and this will be an absolute classic of a game. Can't wait.
So England unchanged for this Women's Euro semi-final. So Sarina Wiegman has named the starting 11, the same starting 11 for every single match in this tournament. Right call, Lizzie?
Absolutely, Vicky. There has been room for debate on a couple of positions in the 9 area and left back, but absolutely the right call. This team's got consistency, momentum. They've proven that they can go toe-to-toe with some of the best players in Spain, and there's the bench ready to come and finish the game off if necessary. But yeah, this is definitely the right call from Sarina Wiegman.
So 2 changes for Sweden. The reigning Olympic silver medalist, they won that in Tokyo last summer. The highest ranked side left in this tournament, 2nd in the world. So there's a first start of Euro 2022 for former Chelsea player Sofia Jakobsen. She replaces Johanna Retting Kaneryd. Regular fullback Hannah Glass is back from COVID. She comes in for Amanda Nilden. That's their 2 changes from the late quarter-final win over Belgium. And Stephen, we haven't seen Sweden hit their very best in this tournament yet, but we said that about Spain, and they were great in the quarter-final against England. If both England and Sweden play to their maximum tonight, who do you make favourites?
Good question. If they both play to the maximum, we're going to penalties. I think they're just so closely matched. I think what it will come down to is it'll come down to substitutions. Who's got the best subs? Who wants it more? I know it's a cliche, but I do believe that it will come down to the substitutions and the impact that they can have on the game.
I think if it comes down to substitutions, England's bench is stronger than Sweden's bench. Absolute fact. I think that Sweden's only possible change is the introduction of their captain Caroline Seger. And Natalie Bjorn move her back, but that's nothing offensive. That's more of a defensive assurance rather than offensive. Going forward, England's bench, they've proven in this tournament they can go on and do something.
So it will be England to get us underway as the players take the knee at the start of this semi-final. Here we go then. The Lionesses have been here before as England get us underway. They have reached the semi-finals of the last 3 major tournaments running, and they have fallen at this hurdle in every single one. Is tonight the night that record is changed? Is tonight the night that they reach the 3rd major tournament final in their history? As Sweden come forward into the penalty area, brilliant save by Mary Earps from Jakobsen inside the opening 25 seconds. What a start that almost was for Sweden. Out for a Sweden throw out on this left-hand side, and there is the danger that the Olympic silver medalists will pose as they come forward once again. Sweden win another throw, Mead with the challenge.
Yep, transitional moments. Sweden will be hungry for those in this game. Jakobsen coming in, making that run from the right all the way across. Shot on target, good save by Mary Earps.
Should be 1-0. It really should be 1-0 to Sweden. England are very fortunate there. Great save from Mary Earps with a left boot, sticks out a leg to make sure that it doesn't go in the far right-hand corner, but Sweden should be 1-0 ahead.
So breathe, Lionesses fans, breathe. 0-0. 1 minute gone here at Bramall Lane in Sheffield as we welcome listeners to the BBC's World Service for this Women's Euro semi-final between England, looking to reach their first major tournament final since 2009, and Sweden, the Olympic silver medalists at Tokyo last year. As Beth Mead swings the ball into the penalty area, cleared away by Eriksson. Georgia Stanway picks it up 25 yards out, hers to shoot, plays it to the right hand side, and Mead, edge of the penalty area, pulls it back. It's behind Kirby, it's poor, and will be cleared away by Sweden. Well read by Millie Bright ahead of Arsenal's Stina Blackstenius, but it's a poor ball forward from the Chelsea centre half, and it's played over the top once more, and here goes Blackstenius, the Sweden number 11, down the left hand side. Lucy Bronze in attendance. Blackstenius left hand side of the penalty area, now 25 yards out, central position, tried to pull it back to Angeldal of Manchester City, but her shot is blocked and the ball is over the top for Ellen White, almost in behind, but it just spins away from her towards Magdalena Eriksson, and Sweden in possession with Natalie Bjorn.
Yep, Peter Gerhardsson, the Sweden coach, will be delighted with the opening few minutes, with the way the game's gone. Transitional, he'll back his team all day in those moments with the likes of Blackstenius and Rolfo, especially up front for Sweden.
Long ball over the top, no problems for Mary Earps gathering that, and we can take you through the lineups. 0-0, 2.5 minutes played. Mary Earps Manchester United #1, who's already made a very good save from Jakobsen in the opening minute. She's in goal for England. The back four of Lucy Bronze, Millie Bright, Leah Williamson, the captain, and Rachel Daly. Ahead of them, it's Georgia Stanway, who scored that extra time stunner against Spain that brings England to the last four once again. Kira Walsh alongside her, and then Beth Mead, Fran Kirby, and Lauren Hemp supporting Ellen White, the Lionesses' record goal scorer, just one goal behind Wayne Rooney in the bid to become England's outright scorer in the men's or the women's game up front, as England play the ball up to the edge of the centre circle. And here is Fran Kirby turning away from Bjorn and out to the left-hand side. Here goes Rachel Daly, the green boots accelerating down the left. Lays it off to Lauren Hemp, who is taking on Illistedt. Ball into the penalty area, is blocked and it will go out. England are claiming the corner. Our referee Esther Sauberli of Switzerland says throw. Throw to England deep in Sweden territory, and Sweden have Lindahl in goal, her 189th cap. Former Chelsea goalkeeper, so experienced for Sweden. The back four of Illistedt, Sam Brent, Eriksson of Chelsea, and Glass. Ahead of them, Angeldal of Manchester City, Aslani and Bjorn, with Rolfa, Jakobsen and Blackstenius, the Arsenal forward up front, as England have possession out on the left-hand side. Here is Kirby. Pulls it all the way back to Leah Williamson, midway through the Sweden half. Ball into the area, looking for Beth Mead. Mead almost managed to direct that header on target, but it's glanced just wide of the far post.
Well, so much has been talked about the press from Sweden down the left-hand side, and it's Leah Williamson who gets it out of her feet and then can hit that big, long diagonal ball. I think Beth Mead should score. I think she should throw her head at it. I think she should be more committed to it. I think she just doesn't quite see the flight of the ball, but that is a huge opportunity.
Big chance for England through Beth Mead. Sweden have had their big chance already through Jakobsen, and we are still goalless. 4.5 minutes played. A reminder, in the UK you can watch this match on BBC One, and if you do that via the iPlayer or the red button or the BBC website, if you like, you can choose the option with our commentary as well, or join Robin Cowan and Rachel Brown-Finnis over on the television, as England win a free kick on the halfway line, and Millie Bright will knock it to Leah Williamson.
Yeah, Stephen was just saying about the Swedish press. We spoke a lot about it, and Aslani already, I'm watching her. She's the one that triggers that press normally, but she's a little bit reserved. She's more worried about Kira Walsh popping into those gaps in the six, getting on a half turn and playing forwards.
Throw to England. Lucy Bronze has it midway through the Sweden half. Goalless here on 5 Live. Here is Stanway. Lays it back to Williamson, the captain. Out to the left-hand side now. Here goes Lauren Hemp running at Illistedt once more. They're doubling up on her. Hemp went down right on the edge of the penalty area. Nothing given by Esther Sauberli. Lovely turn by Rachel Daly, but it just struck the ball a little bit away from her into Jakobsen. One back by Hemp. Lots of turnovers of possession, and Sweden it is who come away with it. It's just played over the halfway line and almost latched onto outside the penalty area, but Fridolina Rolfa and Blackstenius between them can't get a foot on the ball, and England have it with Daly over the halfway line. Frenetic pace in the opening 6 minutes. Here is Kirby down the left hand side, approaching the penalty area. Kirby checked well by Sembrant, who steps up. Hemp's ball into the box is claimed by Lindahl at the second attempt. Ellen White was right there, putting her under pressure. It's a mile a minute as Lindahl launches the ball over the halfway line. Headed away by Millie Bright, brought down very well by Aslani, one of Sweden's real star players, but she's challenged by Georgia Stanway. Esther Sauberli says that is a foul by Georgia Stanway, and you can hear what Bramall Lane thinks of that.
Yeah. It was a foul. Georgia Stanway's come from behind to nick the ball off Aslani, but she took her ankles. But yeah, again, that matchup between Aslani and Kira Walsh, both in an excellent position to receive the second ball as Millie Bright knocked it down into that space, and it was an absolute tussle, and Aslani came out on top. Sweden now with the free kick.
0-0. 7 minutes played on 5 Live in the World Service. Frenetic start to this match as Aslani chips the ball in to the penalty area, and it bounces all the way through to Mary Earps. Stephen Warnock, we know how dangerous Sweden are at set pieces. They've scored more goals from set piece situations than any other side in these Euros. That is an area in which England have to stay switched on. Yeah,
concentration's everything. I think you listened to Lucy Bronze in the interview before the game, and she said, okay, that might be their strength, but we're very strong at set pieces ourselves, so that confidence to be able to deal with them is huge as well.
Lovely drag back by Rachel Daly. Down the left-hand side she goes for England. Forward to Lauren Hemp. Now back to Daly once more. Daly back to Williamson. Does Rachel Daly have a point to prove this evening?
I think to perhaps everybody outside the Lioness camp possibly, but inside the camp absolutely not, and she's just had a fantastic start to the game.
Here comes Sweden. Blackstenius in behind. Bronze trying to get back. Good save by Earps. I think Blackstenius might just have dragged it wide, but Earps made the save. Won't be kept in by Williamson. It is out for a Sweden corner. Goodness me, that was a nervy moment for England once more.
Yeah, it's such a dangerous game what England are trying to do. They've got Frank Kirby and Georgia Stanway trying to play in behind the midfield four of Sweden. So whenever there's a turnover of ball, you've got Kira Walsh isolated against two players. You've got Lucy Bronze trying to go forward, and Blackstenius is so clever. She's just picking the little gaps up in between fullback and centre half. That is a danger for England tonight.
So corner to Sweden, right hand side. Aslani is over it. They've got the height forward, Sweden. There's so many tall blonde heads in there as Aslani swings it in. Earps punches, miscue off the bar, hacked away to safety by England. Will come back out to Aslani, who miscontrols over on the right hand side, but will keep the ball in. Aslani, White is there. White goes diving in, does enough to block the ball by that far corner flag. Aslani still has it, trying to trick away past Ellen White. That's brilliant defending by England's number 9. But Sweden hit the woodwork and once again come so close.
Actually, no, it comes off Blackstenius. She's just in front of Mary Earps, who's put her arm out to punch it, and Blackstenius has beaten her to the ball and she's headed it off the bar.
Sweden rustle the woodwork. Sweden starting this match strongly. The Olympic silver medalists, but England have won it back in their own left back position. And now here goes Lauren Hemp. Brilliant skill. She was clearly dragged back there. Now inside the opening 10 minutes, will this be a yellow card from referee Esther Staubele? If it's later in the game, you would think it might be. Hemp was still inside her own half, but that was a great position for England racing down the left.
How's that not a yellow? I just don't understand that. It's blatant. It's so obvious what you're trying to do to stop that counter-attack. It doesn't matter at what stage of the game that is a yellow card.
Yeah, and that set the tempo now for the game from the referee. I was intrigued to see if she was going to do it. She didn't, but that set the pace now.
Let off for Bjorn and Sweden, but England have had a couple of let-offs in front of goal as Rolfer picks it up 25 yards out. Here comes Blackstenius once more. Bronze is with her. Into the penalty area goes Blackstenius, edge of the 6-yard box. Cleared away by England, but they're hanging on a bit at the moment here as the ball is played forward by Hannah Glass, headed away by England. Kirby goes down under the challenge of Bjorn. Esther Staubele is happy. England managed to win it inside their own penalty area, but they're playing on the counter at the moment, the Lionesses, as Georgia Stanway comes forward down the right hand side. Here is Beth Mead. Sweden getting the yellow shirts back, 0-0. 10.5 minutes played here at Bramall Lane in Sheffield. Kira Walsh and Lucy Bronze between them just slow the play down. Out to the right hand side now, and Beth Meads. Now Georgia Stanway lays it back to Kira Walsh. Now the England captain Leah Williamson. England, who are on their longest winning run in history, 10 wins in a row. Longest unbeaten run as well. Haven't lost in 18 games, although Sweden haven't lost in their last 16 since winning that silver medal in Japan last summer. But Stanway drives from the edge of the area, tight angle, hit it on the volley. Difficult chance, always spinning wide. Is it Christensen?
Yeah, England seem very happy not to punish Sweden on the transitions unless it's 100% on to counter-attack them. They've come back, kind of, recycled the attack. The ball's ended up with Leah Williamson, who switched the play, pinpoint pass onto Beth Mead's right foot. It was actually Hannah Glass, the Swedish left-back, who fouled Beth Mead, but her touch went into the path of Georgia Stanway, and obviously the whole crowd, as soon as the ball goes near Georgia Stanway, they're shouting shoot. But yeah, she's miscued it, and not by her standards.
Why not, after scoring such a stunning goal in extra time against Spain, and she's scored them throughout her career, Georgia Stanway, as she's deemed to have committed a little niggly foul on Aslani. Ball was definitely moving as Aslani, Sweden captain on the night, took the free kick, and it will be called back for the set piece on the halfway line for Sweden, 0-0.
I know Jonas Eidevall before the game said this would be one on the flanks. I think this will be one in the middle of the park. I think the transitions between the two sets of midfielders is the key in this game.
Magdalena Eriksson, the Chelsea captain, spreads the ball out to the right hand side for Sweden. Great delivery as well. Rachel Daly back there defending, dangerous ball in. Lucy Bronze heads away inside the 6-yard box. helped on by England out of the penalty area. Mead will beat Glass to the ball as it spins away, and that's a brilliant ball for Fran Kirby over the halfway line. Ellen White is racing through the middle. Kirby stops and checks and pulls the ball back to Lauren Hemp and all the way back to Kira Walsh, all the way back now to Leah Williamson, and Izzy Christensen is not happy alongside me.
Well, I just made the point about England getting the moments to attack on the transition, but coming back on themselves and recycling the attack. They seem to be content with dropping Sweden back off into their defensive shape of, it looks like 4-4-2 at the moment.
Lucy Bronze intercepted by Fridolina Rolfer, and Sweden are looking so dangerous coming forward. Rolfer into the penalty area, shot on the angle, side netting, got a little shove in the back there as well, Rolfer, but Blackstenius through the centre, Stephen, is just looking so dangerous, and England aren't dealing with that threat through the middle.
No, they're not at all. This time it was a mistake from Lucy Bronze. I've got to say, I think Millie Bright has to miss her out there. I think you've just got to look a little bit further forward, a little bit more direct. We know the press of Sweden, we know how good they are. They set traps, they make it difficult. Lucy Bronze trying to take a player on the wrong position. If you do get caught out, that's what you're going to expect against the top team.
England in possession midway through their own half, 0-0 in this Women's European Championship semi-final. England looking to reach their first major tournament final in the women's game since 2009. It would only be their third major final in their history. One step from Wembley, but so far it's Sweden, ranked second in the world, who are having the better of this match. They've hit the crossbar through Blackstenius. England play the ball through the centre now, trying to undo them. Here is Ellen White, lays it off to the left-hand side, and Lauren Hemp back all the way to Kira Walsh, who goes back to Williamson on halfway.
I don't know how you guys feel, but I feel a little bit more uncomfortable against Sweden than I did against Spain, where, okay, Spain had all the possession, but they never really hurt England. I feel like Sweden are hurting England every time.
Here comes Stanway, great ball, space for Bronze, right hand side, White's in the centre, Bronze pulls it back, Mead's delivery in, headed away by Eriksson before Lindahl can reach it. That was nervy from the Sweden defence, and it results in an England corner.
Yeah, excellent through ball into Lucy Bronze, overlapping fullback, fakes to cross, cuts back, Beth Mead, excellent delivery into the box. And you know what, I'm going to say it, Lindahl in goal for Sweden has not looked confident for me all tournament. She came out for that cross then, and luckily Eriksson headed it away for the corner, but I don't think she was going to get near it. She'd left her goal, leaving it completely wide open. Yeah, she's not looked confident. I'd say get crosses into the box onto her.
So discussion going on down by the corner flag for England. Can they test Hedvig Lindahl, the very experienced Sweden goalkeeper, once again? Ball swung into the edge of the 6-yard box. It's not very well dealt with in the end. It is an England touch that takes it behind, but again, Sweden, for a side that are so tall and are so good attacking wise set pieces, and generally are very good defending set pieces, wasn't the most convincing defending there.
Well, it was Rolfo, the attacker for Sweden, marking Ellen White. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, to be honest with you, just not a natural defender. But yeah, the ball could have gone anywhere then.
So goal kick to Sweden. 16 minutes played on 5 Live in the World Service. 0-0 as Georgia Stanway wins the ball, but only plays it straight to the Arsenal striker Blackstenius for Sweden. Jakobsen's through the centre, Aslani advancing now as well. Angeldal plays it forward to Blackstenius, right hand side up against Lauren Hemp, who's back there defending, dives in, doesn't get the ball. Bjorn's delivery in is blocked well by Georgia Stanway, spins away to Sembrand just inside her own half for Sweden, but England only have Ellen White up there on the halfway line. She's already putting in a shift, Ellen White, England's record goal scorer, but Sweden just play around England now. Aslani threading the ball through the lines, straight then to Rachel Daly. Williamson takes the touch inside her own penalty area and will clear only to Natalie Bjorn. Sweden are having the better of this at the moment, but it's still goalless as they take it down by the right hand corner flag. Kira Walsh gets the footing, gets the touch as well of Kosovare Aslani. Throw to England, deep in England territory.
Yeah, England need to take the sting out of Aslani's play already. She's already starting Aslani to dictate. She just put her foot on the ball there and turned and took through, broke the midfield line with one touch just then, and that's just a sign for me that Aslani's starting to turn it on a little bit.
England give possession away from the throw, deep inside their own territory. Aslani plays the ball in off Rachel Daly, corner, and is he's right, Stephen Aslani is dictating things for Sweden.
Yeah, her and Blackstenius, so clever. And I mean, the runs of Blackstenius, I was just thinking then when she came to Arsenal, and you had obviously Vivian Miedemar as well, and you're thinking, how do they play together? Their absolute football intelligence, the brains that both of them have got, it was always going to work, and you can see why that did work. She's so clever.
Full credit to Jonas for getting them going together.
Yeah, absolutely. As Esther Stavely, the referee, just having a word with Stina Blackstenius, who's laughing at whatever Stavely said to her. I'm not sure it's always wise to laugh at a referee, but there we go. Corner for Sweden to be taken from the right-hand side. Swung into the packed 6-yard box once again. Eriksson was in there, tried to chest it towards goal. Hacked away by England. Jakobsen will send it back in. Lucy Bronze wins the header out of the penalty area. Beth Mead then tumbles on the edge of the box, and Esther Stavely will call it back, and it will be a free kick to England just outside their own penalty area. Mead crouches down just on Blackstenius there. That's something that Jonas Eidevall pulled out when he signed her for Arsenal. He said that is one of her big strength. She's so good at getting in behind the defence, and particularly a defence that plays a high line, running in behind. She's so dangerous, and we're seeing that already, aren't we?
It's okay to say run in behind. You've got to know where to run and when to run, and make sure that it's timed properly. Her timing is so good, it's so clever, and the midfielders know as soon as they pick the heads up, she'll be where they want her, to be.
Stanway loses the ball in the centre circle there. She said she was tripped. Fortunately for England, referee Esther Stavely agrees, and England have a free kick. 19 minutes gone on 5 Live in the World Service. England 0, Sweden 0 in this Women's Euro semi-final.
Yeah, it's smart from England. Kira Walsh being marked out of the game so far by Aslani, so Georgia Stanway drops a little bit deeper, and Georgia Stanway is very good at carrying the ball on the move because she's a strong runner, and I think that's really working for them. Stanway dropping in and starting off attacks alongside Kira Walsh.
Sweden win possession, then lose possession midway through their own half. Here is Stanway. England coming forward with pace. Hemp, edge of the box, urged to shoot, still going Lauren Hemp. Lays it off to Beth Mead inside the penalty area, curls the shot in, chested away, and Sweden will clear it away on the edge of their own penalty area. Leah Williamson will come across to stop the counter, and it's still goalless.
Yeah, good play from England. Beth Mead, Lauren Hemp driving inside, combining. Lauren Hemp getting probably not favoured to take the shot on her right foot as she's cut inside. Crowd are again urging her to shoot. They just want to see an England attempt, to keep them going. But yeah, good sign for England, but need a little bit more quality so far in the final third.
They've been spoiled by Stanway from range. England's in possession. Here is Millie Bright midway through the England half. 0-0. Beth Mead will chase this. Hannah Glass intercepts. Georgia Stanway chests it down midway through the Sweden half. Central position. She's challenged. They know about the danger, Sweden. Stanway picks up the ricochet out to the left, and Lauren Hemp into the penalty area, pulls it across. White first time. Bobbles into the arms of Linda.
Yeah, it's a good bit of defending by Magdalena Eriksson, the left-sided centre-back for Sweden, just to stop Ellen White getting a free shot at goal. She's done enough to put her off. That whole centre-half trick to lean into the player. She ends up getting the deflection, and Lindahl comes and collects it easily.
I think one of the things that we saw against Spain, when England were at the best, they missed the press out. We just saw it there from Millie Bright. Forward ball, goes up to the front, then you pick the seconds up, and then you can really attack the back line of Sweden.
Going back to that Stanway point, dropping in deep alongside Kira Walsh, it's isolating Natalie Bjorn. I'm just watching her now. She doesn't know whether to go with Stanway and leave that number 10 area vacant for Frank Kirby or not, and it's causing Sweden all sorts of problems in that midfield.
Sweden causing England problems down the left, though. Intercepted by Williamson before Aslani can latch onto it, but Sweden take the throw so quickly. Nice one too. Rolfers ball into the area just ahead of Blackstenius. An excellent interception by Rachel Daly before Jakobsen could latch onto it on the right-hand side of the penalty area. 0-0. Midway point in the first half as Jakobsen's ball across, just about away by Leah Williamson inside her own 6-yard box. But again, Sweden so dangerous in those areas. Earps wasn't sure, didn't know whether to come or stay. It's only just over the blonde head of Blackstenius as Ellen White goes down. Free kick to England just inside their own half. Stephen Warnock, again, they've got to sort it out, England. Blackstenius, just every time she's in that penalty area, you think, oh, goodness me.
Yeah, but when you're in a wide area and you know you've got a quality striker like her, feed the ball in early. The quality of the crosses coming in from either side it's one touch, it's feed it in there. It's not looking to hit her head, it's just looking to hit an area difficult to defend.
Here goes Rachel Daly down the left-hand side for England, and now Hemp approaching the penalty area, lays it off to Stanway, checks, will now shoot again. It's Tame, just didn't catch it cleanly, and Lindahl will gather.
Yeah, Stanway in that all familiar area on the edge of the D, the Swedish 18-yard box, and Natalie Bjorn, she goes to press Georgia Stanway, knowing full well of her capabilities from the edge of the box. Georgia Stanway fakes to shoot, cuts inside, and ends up being a bit more of a tamer left foot shot into the hands of Lindahl.
Sweden in possession with Hannah Glass. Natalie Bjorn, a player that you know very well, Izzy, club teammates at Everton, as Sweden go over the top again. Cleared away by Lucy Bronze. Low clearance intercepted by Beth Mead. Sweden will win it back though with Everton's Bjorn, and now Aslani out to the left-hand side. So many yellow shirts there. Jakobsen pulls it back. Sliding challenge cleared away. What a tackle by Fran Kirby, because Angeldal had ghosted into the penalty area. Kirby tracked her all the way. She gets it wrong, it's a penalty or a goal. She gets it right, and England clear, and it's still 0-0.
Yeah, so often we see Fran Kirby on the receiving ends of challenges like that, but that is unbelievable for her team, because that is a certain goal. Philippa Angeldal in that area for cutbacks. I'd back it all day to hit the net. Fran Kirby, that's super from her.
Here she is on the ball, Fran Kirby, midway through the England's half. England's second best at the moment against the side, ranked second in the world, but it's goalless. Here is Lucy Bronze. White went and checked, then went again, and Bronze, not sure whether she was onside or not, finds Kirby instead. Now Rachel Daly picks it up for England, and now Hemp, left-hand side, cuts in field, trying to slide it through to Kirby. It's well intercepted by Ilestedt. Angeldal under pressure, will try and turn away from her Manchester City teammate, plays it back to Sembrant, who lifts it forward to Aslani. Interception well made by Fran Kirby, out for a Sweden throw midway through their own half.
Just get to that point where you're like, and breathe. I mean, the players, the effort, the way that they're closing each other down, this has been breathtaking. What a start to a semi-final. I say a start, I mean, what are we, 25 minutes in nearly? Quite brilliant.
Flown by. Sweden win a throw just inside the England half, and this is the thing, I think you're seeing two sides that know they have to go 100% from the first whistle, because if they let off, if they drop 5% below their level, it's enough to lose, because they are so finely matched, as England very well through Daly win the ball deep by their own corner flag left-hand side. She does very well there, Daly, as well, to prevent the corner.
Very good from Rachel Daly. Sweden have tried on the last couple of occasions to just go in behind England's defence on that left-hand side, in behind Williamson and Daly. Jakobsen is a player who is very quick and very aggressive. Rachel Daly does a really good job at just shielding the ball out for a goal kick and taking a little bit of pressure off her team.
Izzy, what's your view on Leah playing on the left of the two? Because so often we see her at club level playing on that right, and she drives out and starts attacks.
Yep.
Don't see much of it this tournament, have we?
No, and I think playing her on that side, you take away, you know, a bit of a game in terms of distribution. I really do think that naturally she's right-footed. I mean, she's gifted on her left. She's a right-footed centre-half, and her playing out from the back is what's got her to where she is in her career. And I just think you're taking a little bit of that away from her by playing her on that left.
Izzy Christiansen and Stephen Warnock with us here on 5 Live. 0-0 in this Women's European Championship semi-final. Cleared away by Hedvig Lindahl, who is in the bright orange, think Netherlands style kit for Sweden. Been goalkeeper for them, that #1 spot since 2005. This is her 15th major tournament with Sweden. That includes the Olympic Games as well. Of course, England don't compete in those. They've had 2 goes at it as Team GB, as Sweden win the free kick just inside their own half, or as part of Team GB, I should say. Sweden, Olympic silver medalists, only on penalties as well against Canada last summer. Play the ball into the penalty area, cleared away by the head of Williamson, and out for a Sweden throw midway through the England half, goalless.
Sweden are very equipped for the second ball game as well. All over the park, they've got players who can read where the ball's going to land, and that's why they're so good on transitions, because they anticipate where the ball is and then they make it into an attack.
Busy night for Lucy Bronze as Rolfer plays the ball past her. Bjorn into the penalty area, still going, pulls the ball across. She's been penalised for the foul there. The Everton midfielder, Millie Bright, had made the block anyway. Nervy moments again for England
not so sure it's a foul. I think she just loses her footing, and it is very, very fortunate that the referee blows the whistle, and I think Georgia Stanway gets away with one.
Tell you what, it's fortunate as well that it wasn't a goal, because if VAR look at that, I think it stands. But obviously, because the referees decided to give the free kick, you stop. But Sweden was still in a good position, even though Wright had made the block. Right, it is in possession in the penalty area for England. Goalless here on 5 Live in the World Service. A reminder, you can watch on BBC One. If you do that via the iPlayer or the red button or the BBC Sport website, you can choose the option with our commentary if you wish. And remember, all the reaction to this match on the Daily Euros podcast. Download that from BBC Sounds tomorrow morning as England spread it out to the left-hand side. And Lauren Hemp taking on Ilestedt. Hemp still going. Ilestedt gets a foot in. But that is a battle where Lauren Hemp is coming off better against Ilestedt in that 1v1.
Yeah, I'd back Lauren Hemp all day up against Ilestedt. To be honest with you, looking at the defending of Ilestedt there, we're breaking it down. She's gone in on Lauren Hemp inside the 18-yard box in a very risky situation with the left leg. She should have gone on her right leg, because on her left leg she was off balance. And I just think if you're off balance as a defender with Lauren Hemp running at you, you've got trouble ahead.
So corner to England, 0-0, 28.5 minutes played here at Bramall Lane. England players running from the penalty spot. The corner is swung. Lucy Bronze wins the header, and it's wide and it's behind for a Sweden goal kick.
Lovely quality again. You talk about how good you are at defending set pieces or what your strengths are. You're only as good attacking the ball as the quality is coming in, and it's also the opposite for the defensive team. When the quality comes in of that sort of precision, it is very, very difficult for defenders to defend against.
So goal kick to Sweden, approaching half an hour gone, 0-0 at Bramall Lane. We mentioned Viviana Miedema a few minutes ago, Stephen. She's here tonight in the stands wearing an England shirt. That's nice of her. Netherlands are out, of course, so she can turn her attention to supporting her club teammates. Although, of course, Stenius plays for Arsenal as well. But Beth Mead, Leah Williamson, she's behind them this evening and behind the country in which she plays her club football. Lucy Bronze wins the throw for England, just level with England's penalty area on the right-hand side. And local lads, Harry Maguire here as well, of course, now of England and Manchester United. As the ball goes out of play, England can see possession straight from that throw, and Sweden with a throw on the halfway line.
There's some afters going on between Magdalena Eriksson and Ellen White on that left-hand side off the ball. They were holding each other. I'm not quite sure which way it was. I imagine Eriksson was holding Ellen White back from the spinning behind, but Ellen White is so smart. Look, they're going at it again. Look, I can just see them. Look, Ellen White wants the ball. She's screaming for the ball. She's got Magdalena Eriksson on a string.
Kirby dispossessed, wins it back, dispossessed again, wins it back. Great play by Fran Kirby, appreciated by the fans here in Sheffield. And now Beth Mead has the ball on the right-hand side. And now in field to Leah Williamson, out to the left, and Rachel Daly. 0-0 on 5 Live in the World Service. Lauren Hemp forced back to Rachel Daly once more, plays the ball towards the edge of the penalty area. White is up there. Eriksson wins that battle on the ball this time, but it spins out. Space for Mead on this right-hand side for England. Glass comes over to cover. Mead's ball in his paw. Rolfer is challenged by Mead. He's trying to win the ball back, prevent the goal kick. Doesn't do so. Goal kick Sweden.
Yeah, not up to Beth Mead's normal standards in that area on that right-hand side. She's been a little bit slow to get in the game, but said that plays of her ability, she'll just bring it to life soon, I'm sure.
Here is Kosovari Asllani for Sweden, wins it on the right-hand side as Sweden now bursts down the right with Jakobsen, plays the ball in looking for Blackstenius. Vital interception on the corner of the 6-yard box by Leah Williamson, and White will pick it up on the halfway line. It's done brilliantly there, White, until she plays the ball looking for Hemp, and it's poor. And Sweden are off down the right-hand side again. White goes lunging in. It's given as a free kick to Sweden. Good position this, right-hand side, midway through the England half. Perhaps just a little further forward, nearer to the penalty area. But White back there, initially tussling with Sembrant and then diving in on Angledal, trying to make the block.
Yeah, that's a foul. Ellen White just loses possession. It's 50-50 on the first challenge, but the second challenge she's been a bit too erratic, conceding a free kick, and one of the best deliverers of the ball from wide areas, Asllani over it.
Danger here for England. Sweden, who have scored more set-piece goals than any other side in this tournament, looking for the breakthrough 13 minutes before half-time. Aslani stands over it, swung to the edge of the 6-yard box, headed away by England, picked up by Angeldal, just overruns it. Hemp, her City teammate, is there. Angeldal makes the challenge behind for an England goal kick.
Yeah, so often we see Sweden not just win the first contact in the box, but I said they're so good at anticipating the second ball, and Angeldal's scored already this tournament from just anticipating the ball dropping inside the 18-yard box and banging it home. She was close to pulling the trigger then. England defended it really well.
Yep, got a couple of goals against Portugal in the group stage. Philippa Angeldal. Sweden qualifying top of their group as England did. England doing it with a game to spare, but Sweden always in a tough fight for the top two in their group, with the Netherlands, the defending European champions, who were knocked out at the quarter-final stage by Frances Mary Earps. Very, very calmly squares that to Millie Bryant inside her own penalty area. I'll tell you what, Stephen, you've got to have some composure there when you've got Black Stenius just a foot away from you, just to play it out like that.
Yeah, you've got to have confidence. You've got to have the confidence to know what you're looking to achieve, and they're trying to beat this press, and it's led to a great attack.
Here they come, Lauren Hemp into the area. White just can't convert on the edge of... with the opener for England in the semi-final, from one end to the other, and the girl who's chasing the golden boots draws first blood for the Lionesses in the last war. England 1, Sweden 0.
We talked about the press. England beat the press. They work it. They're confident. They get it out to the left-hand side. It's a brilliant ball in from Lauren Hemp into White. She just can't quite get on the end of it, but Lucy Bronze is at the other end, and then she crosses the ball into the box. You've got Beth Mead, takes a touch, spins, left-footed, drills it, far left-hand corner, and the goalkeeper has absolutely no chance, and the place, Bramall Lane, has just erupted. Wow. The
best player in the box I have seen all season, controlling the ball, spinning, and just banging it across Lindahl, across the goalkeeper into the bottom corner. Unbelievable from England.
You said she'd come to life.
I did. I called it. Not been great, but tell you what, that's been an impact and a half.
Well, that's it. The overall performance from an individual player matters not a jot if you score a goal as big as that. And what a big goal this is for the Lionesses. Beth Mead, 6 goals for the tournament now. She's 2 clear of Alex Popp of Germany in the race for the Golden Boot. But individual accolades come second here. It's all about reaching this first final since 2009 for the Lionesses as they clear the ball away inside their own penalty area. Out to the left-hand side it goes for a Sweden throw.
You know what it came from? It came from Rachel Daly. Stephen said they worked the ball, they beat the press. But sometimes the best way to beat the press is just run with the ball. Be stronger, run with it with force, and that's what Rachel Daly did. Slipped in Lauren Hemp. The ball across Ellen White must have been a fingernail away from getting that, breaking that record that you're talking about, Vicky, but instead Beth Mead pops up again.
Yep, just 1 goal away from equaling Wayne Rooney, Ellen White. Goal in the semi-final, goal in the final? Too soon. Out to the left-hand side. England have the throw. They lead Sweden by a goal to 0. Rachel Daly takes it. It's over the head of Hemp. It's cleared away by Sweden. And nobody inside the stadium will be writing Sweden off at all. They've been the better side. If the ball comes into the penalty area, controlled by the feet of Mary Earps, which just allows her to wait until she's closed down by Black Stenius and then gather inside her own 6-yard box. But England it is who have the breakthrough as Williamson has it outside her own penalty area.
Seeing how Sweden respond now, does anything change from their game plan? Players don't seem to be too concerned. They seem confident that they're going to get back into the game, but I've noticed that every time Sweden have got themselves into a good crossing position, they've only got 1 player to aim at in the box, and England have got at least 3 defenders in there, and it's going to take one hell of a ball to pick that player out and finish.
Here is Kira Walsh, ball out to the right-hand side. England 1, Sweden 0 on 5 Live and the World Service. Mead dinks it forward, looking for bronze, cutting in field, goes down, England play on. Kirby finds Stanway, pulls the ball across. Very good interception inside her own 6-yard box, cleared away by Sweden. Stanway's ball back in is gathered by Lindahl, but this is England's best spell of the match.
Yeah, score again while you're on top. Score again while you're on top, going at half-time 2-0. And the team talk's very different. 2-0 still dangerous, but I'm telling you, England, it's all end now.
I hope Lucy Bronze is okay. She took a real knock there into a challenge. It was an unorthodox tackle, really, and it looks like she's either got a dead leg or been winded.
So can England keep the ball away from their right back for now? They have it over on the left-hand side. That's what they're doing. Here is Rachel Daly, plays it back to Leah Williamson. England in possession inside their own half. Williamson taking a chance, dispossessed by Aslani. That's a poor decision from Williamson, but it's a poor ball forward from Sweden. And Millie Bright is there to mop up.
Do you know what? She just has to hit a diagonal. Any sense of danger or feeling that someone's close to her, closing her down, just hit the diagonal. It's your safety ball all game.
Here is Beth Mead, England's goal scorer, down the right as they go back to Lucy Bronze. Now Millie Bright once more. England 1, Sweden 0. England, who have only beaten Sweden 3 times in their history. They lost the first European Championship final to them on penalties back in 1984. In their last meeting, they fell in the bronze medal match against Sweden at the World Cup in 2019, but they have the goal advantage here. And as they have it on halfway, play it now over the top, looking for Beth Mead again, headed away by Glass, brought down by Stanway. She will shoot from here and it's over the bar. It's interesting because the support and the noise level inside Bramall Lane has been at a great level. There's almost now this tense excitement that England have scored.
Yeah, it's tense. The fans want another goal, and you can hear them every time England get in and around that Swedish 18-yard box or on the attack even. You know, they're right behind them, they're screaming, they're shouting, they want that second goal cushion. And
can they get it? That's the question for England as Lauren Hemp comes down this left-hand side, won't keep that ball in, and it's out for a throw, which Intercept will take.
It's almost like they feel, well, Sweden have thrown the best at England, and we've took everything that they had, and then we've gone the other end, scored, and now we look more confident. The crowd are starting to believe, and they start to believe that they can win this game.
I was just thinking the exact same, and I'm kind of wondering now, what have you got, Sweden? Because they didn't score while they had that good spell at the start of this first half. Not looking around, and the players look a little bit flat. And I think Stephen was absolutely bang on with what he said about the game will be won and lost in midfield, and I'm just seeing it all being all England now in this midfield. Swedish midfield are getting drawn all over the place, gaps are appearing, Frank Kirby's popping in and out of positions, no one knows who to pick her up.
Cleared away by Magdalena Eriksson for Sweden. Down the right-hand side, Jakobsen will chase. Ball all the way back to Mary Earps, who wasn't quite sure what to do there. Player on, shouts the entirety of Bramall Lane, and Millie Bright obliges. Clears it out to the left-hand side. Hemro keep it in, Sweden throw.
Good job, she checked her shoulder, Millie Bright. Just got rid of that quickly because she had 2 Swedish players in Blackstenius and Rolfo pressing her from behind.
England have a player down on the far side. Looks like it might be Kira Walsh, but England are playing on. Lovely layup by Ellen White to Frank Kirby. Here is Mead, space outside the penalty area. White's continued to run, won't latch onto it in the box, won't keep it in either, and it's out for a Sweden goal kick.
I was saying, as soon as Frank Kirby picked the ball up, shoot. The goalkeeper was off her line, she was on the edge of the box, and I'm thinking, just hit it. There's a free goal for you there, but perhaps she was just thinking to play the sensible ball, and yeah, probably that's why she plays and I don't, and that's why she's a midfielder.
As she's travelling though, Stephen, Frank Kirby, she's opted to slip Beth Mead in, but that pass needs to be in front of Beth Mead so she doesn't check her run. As soon as she checks the run, the attack's over.
Kira Walsh is up to her feet for England. Sweden coming down the left-hand side. Kira Walsh is played by Millie Bright. To her feet for England. Sweden coming down the right-hand area. Kira Walsh is played by Millie Bright. Only as far as Bjorn of Everton for Sweden, who work it out to the left, and Rolfer's crossing. Jakobsen heads it down. Thankfully for England, to the gloves of Mary Earps and not Blackstenius, who was a couple of yards in front of her.
Yeah, it's a warning sign for England. There's from these wide areas. We're talking about Sweden picking that player out, and on that occasion she did. Rolfo finding her opposite winger in Jakobsen, who's done really well to leap and to glance that header back across goal, but Mary Earps has read it well and come and claimed it. But it's a sign for England to keep their wits about them.
3 minutes plus added time to play in this first half. England 1, Sweden 0. What a run this is from Lauren Hemp, drifting into the centre, lays it off to Fran Kirby, who plays it back to Kira Walsh, and Walsh will go all the way back to the captain Leah Williamson. England enjoying the spell of possession with the goal advantage through Beth Mead. Rachel Daly plays it back to Williamson, space for Bronze on the right hand side. Millie Bright instead will go all the way back to Mary Earps. And this is the challenge for Sweden. I mean, England will still come forwards, make no mistake. England will try and get this second goal, but they hammered on the door against Belgium in their quarter-final, and when England do try and sit in, that's a different sort of test for Sweden. How are they going to unlock this England defence?
Well, I think that's what Sweden have struggled with all tournament, Vicky, is intricate passing and finding different ways around teams when they park up, and that's something England can do subtly. It's not, England are not a team equipped to park the bus, but they could do just to frustrate Sweden and take the sting out of their play.
Here is Aslani for Sweden. Very good play down the right hand side. The ball in is intercepted though by Rachel Daly. Kira Walsh will pick it up, and interesting there, we've seen that a couple of times. Leah Williamson, the left-sided centre half, when Aslani gets going down the right-hand side, Williamson comes right across. I mean, left back's another position that she can play as well as central midfield and centre half, the England captain, but they're making sure that they get the bodies over on Aslani. Yes, it can leave gaps in the centre, but it works on that occasion as the ball is played forward by Stanway. Advantage played as Mead has it. Mead's early ball into the area, poor straight into the arms of Linda.
Yeah, you can see what Beth Mead was trying to do, which was feed that ball into that corridor in between Lindahl and the centre-backs.
Aslani wants a free kick, not given. Kirby will curl, and Kirby will curl just past the post.
She looked in danger, didn't she, Lindahl? She didn't know where she was in a goal. She just recovered from taking the goal kick quickly, and she couldn't quite get her footwork right, and Fran Kirby comes in, tries to open her body up, goes quite wide of the goal, but it's good signs from England, because what they're doing is they're picking them second balls up, and when they are, they're really attacking with intent now.
Fran Kirby is having a stormer.
She is, and she's not being intricate, creative Fran Kirby as much, but she's done a shift for a team backwards defensively, and she's also picked up some very, very intelligent positions in between Natalie Bjorn. She's moving Natalie Bjorn around, she's a bit like a mannequin. She's saying, right, I'm going to bring you here now, and then I'm going to take you there. Natalie Bjorn doesn't know whether to pick her up. She man marks her, you know, spaces elsewhere. It's so clever. Fran's brilliant at that job.
Millie Bright under pressure from Blackstenius, back to Erbs, who clears up towards halfway into the final minute of normal time at the end of this first half on 5 Live in the World Service. England 1, Sweden 0. Here is Stanway, plays it forward to Beth Mead, the goal scorer. Doesn't have options down the right for now, so goes in field to Lucy Bronze, who's come central, plays it back to Leah Williamson on the halfway line. Yeah. Forward once more, Lauren Hemp dispossessed, will try and win it back. Sweden though won the free kick. No, not a free kick, half time, no added time at the end of this half, and it's a half in which England have found the goal advantage. Sweden the better side on balance, but when you have a quality player like Beth Mead, she can always pop up with a goal, and she's done it again, the player that leads the charts here at the Euros, and what a finish it was, Izzy.
Sitting lonely in my room again, trying to find the words to say, but nothing comes out. I am looking for the better days, seem like they just stay away whenever I try. There's so many things that I keep in my mind. My friends keep me out and it hurts every time. With all the emotions I built up inside, oh why can't I? Will someone look for me if I disappear? No matter how much that I scream, nobody hears. But I see the light from far away, it's down the line. Maybe I should not give up without a fight, 'cause there will be a time my room again, acting like I'm innocent. Why do I try? 'Cause now I'm feeling like a fool again, thinking I can fool myself by telling me lies, when there's so many things.
I recall the past again tonight. It's in the front of my mind. As I fall apart, you began to cry. The tears are making you blind. The future's far away, but I'll stay. I'll stay. Just take a leap of faith. We'll find a way for you and me. Can't look back and run from what I feel inside. There's no more time to hide, because I feel again. I feel again. Oh, now I feel again. We're bringing this back to life. I feel it again. I feel it again. I feel again. We're bringing this back to life. Help me find the right words to say to get us back on our way. Can we try to fight against the grain of throwing out what we made? The future's far away, but I'll stay. I'll stay, because I feel again. I feel again. Oh, now I feel again. We're bringing this back to life. We're picking up where we left off and on again. We never quite could forget, 'cause what we got so intense. I feel it again. I feel it again. I feel again. We're bringing this back to life.
You know, she only scores really. She had a header go in here from her head, two in her whole career. She only scored a header go wide early. She had a header go wide early. She only scored two in her whole career from her head. And then the box park in Croydon going crazy with that goal. And they must have been as tense as we were here now in the build-up to that. Because
I will carry you home. I will carry you home. With you got nowhere to go, I need you to know. I will carry you home. Carry you home.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah. No, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on.
offside when Beth Mead scored, and those two just leapt up so high, and the biggest smile, as big as that England goal that we had, you could see it from distance, freed from desire. That was the chance, and then obviously 6 in 5 now for Beth Mead. But the array of England shirts behind me through all the generations, the ages, everybody is here, and they will be wanting so much of the very same in the second half.
Yeah, the 30,000 here inside at Bramall Lane, I'm sure, ready to raise the roof once more. The Swedish players to our left in a cluster, just breaking off now. The Lionesses getting in position too. Just finally, Karen, more of the same for the Lionesses. Would you change anything tactically at this point? How important is the second goal?
I mean, the girls have grown in confidence, with every moment of that performance since they scored. So I would say more of the same. I was just admiring the goal and that pass from Rach Daly into the ball, into Lauren Hemp. And, obviously the cross didn't come off, but the second cross did. So I would say, maybe continue with the decisions, maybe like tighten things up a little bit, but ultimately, let's go.
Yeah, let's go indeed. The whistle has been blown. The second half is underway. England halfway there. Izzy Christensen, Stephen Warnock, Vicky Sparks. It's all yours. Thanks, Emma. No changes for either side at half-time as Kira Walsh clears away for England. Sweden playing from left to right will have the throw just inside the England half. Playing in the yellow shirts, the dark shorts and the yellow socks. England in their all-white kit. Thumped up to the halfway line, and Lauren Hemp will pick it up. Tries to feed it through to Ellen White. Only rolls through to the Sweden centre-half Sembrant, and Hedvig Lindahl, the former Chelsea goalkeeper, can play it back to Magdalena Eriksson, who clears long over halfway, intercepted by Lucy Bronze. Back in field now to Kira Walsh. England moving the ball with confidence and purpose early on, as Rolfer, though, gets that interception on Bronze's pass and wins a throw over on the far side. So England with Earps in goal. The back four of Bronze, Bright, Williamson the captain, and Daly. Ahead of them Stanway and Walsh, with Mead the goal scorer, Kirby and Hemp supporting White up top as the ball is all the way back with Sweden's Lindahl. Their back four of Illicet, Sembrant, Eriksson and Glass. Ahead of them Angeldal, Aslani and Bjorn, with Rolfer and Jakobsen supporting Blackstenius, who hit the bar at 0-0 in the first half. Up front, England in possession, midway through their own half. England, who are now less than a half of football plus added time away from their first final since 2009, and only the third major tournament final in their history. They reached it at the European Championships twice. They're looking to reach it again as Lauren Hemp wins it on the left-hand side, cut back into the penalty area. Excellent challenge by Hannah Glass on Beth Mead, who is coming to take that shot first time. It's behind for an England corner.
Oh, she does so well there, Hannah Glass, because she has to.
It's met by Bronze. It's bounced all the way in. It's deceived Hedvig Lindahl, and Lucy Bronze runs away in celebration, because inside the opening 3 minutes of this second half, England have breathing space against Sweden as they look to reach that first major final since 2009. England 2, Sweden 0.
Yeah, and she almost looks surprised, because I don't think her header was an intended shot on target. It's for the second ball. She's headed it back across goal, looking for a runner to tap it in. But it's gone in herself, and she's absolutely delighted with it. But hang on a minute, Vicky, what?
There's a VAR check for a potential offside. Now, Lauren Hemp might be the player they're looking at. Was she blocking the view of Lindahl? It doesn't get a touch on anyone else on the way through, but they will have a look at this VAR. Now, Sweden, before this match, were complaining about the VAR decisions that have gone against them in this tournament. They might be about to be reprieved here, because Esther Stabeli is not letting Sweden take the kick-off. The goal given on the pitch, the score at 2-0, but is this about to be chalked off? Lucy Bronze's header. Serena Wiegman stands on the edge of her technical area.
I think one of the things that they're also looking at is Lauren Hemp. Is she onside? Was it even an issue? Because there was a Swedish defender who was level. been given.
It's been given. It stands. And we kick off. England 2 lead by 2-0 in this semi-final. Lucy Bronze's name is roared out by the announcer to this capacity crowd at Bramall Lane, and Hemp now picks it up on the left-hand side for England. What a perfect start to this second half. Can it get even better? Cleared away by Angeldal for Sweden, ahead of Kirby, and Sweden will come forward once more. Sliding challenge by Millie Bright, picked up by England's scorer of their second on the night, Lucy Bronze, here on 5 Live and the World Service as Bright clears down towards halfway. Beth Mead challenged. Glass wins the throw. Glass is told not to take the throw because she's fouled Beth Mead. England have a throw on the far side.
Yeah, it's a really crucial moment, that VAR check. So crucial in the momentum of this game, which way it can swing. If it doesn't get given, the momentum just swings into Sweden's favour, and they're buoyed by that. But as a result, we are going to see Caroline Sager and Ritten Kaneryd, the right winger for Sweden, because Peter Gerhardsen has to do something. He's got to respond. He's got to respond now if Sweden have any chance of getting themselves back into this.
Yeah, double change coming for Sweden. The fans at Bramall Lane are singing that song once again. And England are 2-0 up now as they look to take that final step towards Wembley. To Wembley it would take them, and then one more step to go. Lauren Hemp receives the ball on the edge of the penalty area, curls it in. Lindahl is there, very nervy punch in front of her own defender, low punch, does get it out of the penalty area. The flag's gone up for offside on the far side anyway, but Izzy called it early on, and Karen Bardsley to my right is shaking her head. Lindahl, for all her experience, is not always the most convincing.
Yeah, she's not looked comfortable at all. And on this occasion against England, where she's had a lot more to do in that Sweden goal, she's not looked comfortable. She's really strange technique to come and clear that cross. Lauren Hemp's just whipped it into an area teasingly. And Linda, she's kind of like half punched it. It's just a weird situation anyway, and regardless, it's put her team under pressure and caused issue for her defence. But that effect that it has on your defence and the rest of your team isn't good, because when your goalkeeper is confident, it gives you that aura of confidence to move forward and trust that she's going to come and claim crosses. But she's looked anything but assuring tonight, for my opinion.
So the double change has been made by Sweden. Angeldal of Manchester City and Sophia Jakobsen, the former Chelsea player, have come off. Johanna Ritten Kaneryd is on, as is Caroline Sager, the most capped player in Europe. It's her 233rd as Sweden come forward, ball into the area, dangerous one. Oh, what a miss! What a miss by Ilestedt, drifting in at that near post. Mary Earps was beaten. How has she not got that on target?
Yeah, that's an exceptional ball over the top, and it's Ilestedt who's got herself into the box. I'm sorry, but if you have to score that. In fact, looking on the replay, Rachel Daly gets a touch and it takes it away from Ilestedt, and so she can't connect with it properly. It's really good bit of defending from Rachel Daly. But on that occasion, I said in the first half, Sweden haven't had enough numbers in the box, and they had 4 lining up there. Really good opportunity for them.
Yeah, good spot, Izzy. Really important touch there by Rachel Daly, and that is why Ilestedt couldn't get the header on target. Close to 2-1 to England. Sweden pulling a goal back almost, but still 2-0 here on 5 Live in the World Service as Mary Earps comes to the edge of her penalty area and claims. But the experience of Caroline Sager, who was part of that side that beat England in the bronze medal match back at World Cup 2019, is going to be key. 37 years old now. Such a pedigree in the women's game. Her 13th major tournament for Sweden. But Sweden it is, who trail by 2-0. 8 minutes gone in this second half. And here is the England captain, Leah Williamson, stepping away brilliantly from Aslani. Still going, Williamson. Plays a lovely ball through. That's great distribution outside of the right boot. Forward to Kirby. Lays it off to Millie Bright. Sweden getting the yellow shirts back as England press forward. Here is the goal scorer of their second, Lucy Bronze, and now Stanway. Out to the right-hand side, and Beth Mead in field now to Kira Walsh. Bit of space, plays it into the area, looking for White. Cleared away by Sembrant. Will be brought down by Ritten Kaneryd, but lost. And England pick it up once more, leading by 2-0. Here is Lauren Hemp, plays the ball into the area, cleared away well by Sembrant, powerful header, spins out to the left-hand side, and here is Fridolina Rolfö up against Lucy Bronze. Ball goes out of play for a Sweden throw midway through their own half.
Yeah, it looks like Jonna Andersson's going to enter the fray after an illness, I believe. Looks like Sweden are going to go much more direct than they already have, and I think with Andersson they've got an attacking fullback to help get overloads in the wide areas, and I would not be too surprised if we do see Lena Hurtig, Sweden striker, on the bench. I can see her warming up down there on the right to come on as a result of Andersson. I think Peter Gerhardsson will just see if Andersson has an impact, and then I think if she's starting to get crosses in the box, I'd say if Sweden, want to be a threat, get Hurtig on as well. She's a threat in the box aerially.
England in possession. Kirby plays it back to Williamson. Yeah, she was a real doubt for this match. Jonna Andersson has been ill. Left Chelsea this summer, is going back to Sweden and joining Hammarby, but will give them an option down the flanks with Glass over on this right-hand side now. Illicet, the player to make way, as Magdalena Eriksson under pressure from Beth Mead plays it back to Hedvig Lindahl, and England just taking up those positions, holding that line of four as Sweden play it over the top, calmly done by Leah Williamson, and it's all the way back to Mary Earps as the camera phones and the lights dot around us, sprinkled like stars amongst the red and white England flags in the stands at Bramall Lane, as Sweden pick it up down the left-hand side. The delivery in, the glance header is just past the post as Mary Earps watches Blackstenius' header drift wide.
Well, there's the danger straight away. Andersson on the pitch, he gets a 2v1 situation down the left-hand side, little dink cross, and Blackstenius couldn't quite generate the power on the header herself. It was a floated ball in, just stood up to her. She did well to get any connection on it, just goes past the right-hand post of Mary Earps, but now we're going to see England respond with their own change.
And this is a player who has had an outstanding tournament, and she's yet to start, but she's scored 3 goals here. She's receiving a rousing ovation, not least from the player she's replacing, Ellen White. Big clenched double fist, and White smashes her palms down on the palms of her manager, Serena Friedman. Ellen White cares. Ellen White believes that the Lionesses could be heading to their first major final since 2009. 2-0 they lead Sweden. Alessia Russo is on.
Yeah, it's the right thing as well, Vicky, to bring on Russo just to stretch that back line, already having an impact.
Here she goes down the right-hand side, the green-booted Manchester United player. Ball into the area, what a ball! Oh, Hemp! She's missed it from 3 yards off the bar. What a miss from Lauren Hemp. Almost the immediate impact from Alessia Russo. That should have been 3-0 England. That should have been England well on their way to Wembley.
How is that not 3-0? It's harder to miss. Stephen.
I just think she leans back, and I think she just opens her foot up ever so slightly too much. I think the pace on the ball from Russo is perfect because it takes the defender out the equation, but it's one of those moments where you think, I've scored. You just, that lack of concentration at the end, that should have been game, set and match.
She doesn't even need to connect with it, she just needs to slide and let it hit her body, and it's gone in.
The look of confusion on your face, Izzy Christensen, is priceless.
I couldn't believe. Technically,
but it's still 2-0.
Technically, one of the most gifted players I've ever seen in Lauren Hemp.
She's on the ball here, clears it out of play. Let's head back to Jules down pitch side. Jules.
Yeah, I mean, you could hear that ball clatter off the crossbar. How on earth did Hemp miss that? We don't know, but a lot of love for Alessia Russo behind me, especially off the fans. And when she came on to replace Ellen White, there was lots of Russo, and yeah, they've been calling for her throughout this match, and now they have their wish with her being on.
Thanks, Jules. Down pitch side for us at Bramall Lane. 13 minutes played in the second half of this semi-final. England 2, Sweden 0, and that's a short pass back. Hedvig Lindahl has to come out so quickly to get there ahead of Alessia Russo. Does so. Glass will head it on this right-hand side for Sweden. Kira Walsh muscled out of it, and that's good play by Ritin Kanared. Just plays it off Walsh, and it's a throw to Sweden.
Yeah, the introduction of Russo, I tell you what, it's already scared Sweden, the back line, have already been aware of the threat that she poses in behind, and she's definitely going to scare them, and it just give England that edge.
Cleared away by Leah Williamson to Jonna Andersson on the halfway line for Sweden. England 2, Sweden 0 on 5 Live in the World Service. Reminder, you can watch this match on BBC One. You have the option to select our commentary as well if you do that via the iPlayer, the BBC Sport website, or the red button. It's Lucy Bronze, England's scorer of the second goal early in this second half. Heads the ball away. It's brought down by Sweden. We'll pick it up on the left-hand side in the field now to the experienced Caroline Sager. Forward now to Aslani, who's been quiet in this second half. I think that's the first time I've mentioned Aslani's name in the last 10 minutes or so, and that is very, very good news for England, because she is a real danger woman, the Olympic silver medalist. Here is Ritin Kaneryd, plays it back all the way into her own half, and Sweden will build down the right.
Love to know, Stephen, what distance Aslani covers in a game, because she's everywhere, offensively so impactful, but also defensively as well, runs everywhere.
England have given the ball away midway through their own half. Here is Ritin Kaneryd, just backheeled it inadvertently, and Rachel Daly will bring it away, but it's a poor ball though. Ritin Kaneryd wins it back, cleared away by England, and Rachel Daly just slipped there, limps away, but is already walking freely, and it's a throw to Sweden, taken quickly as they have to. They're trailing by 2-0. Leah Williamson trying to shepherd this out. She's fouled by Aslani, and it will be a free kick to England deep in their own territory.
There's a lot of questions before the game about the team selection. I have to say, the players who were questioned before the game have arguably been England's star performers. Rachel Daly at left back's been outstanding. You look at Georgia Stanway, Fran Kirby in midfield, they have been brilliant so far.
Here comes Kirby once more, trying to dink it through to Lauren Hemp, cleared away by Hedvig Lindahl up to the halfway line. England 2, Sweden 0. Heavy challenge by Kirby and Daly between them yields a free kick for Natalie Bjorn, and Sweden. You've gone in on her like that in training, is he, at Everton?
Nah, she can't get near me. We would never come across each other like that in training. No, I'm joking. No, I hope she's okay as she is.
Sweden in possession. Here is Chelsea captain Magdalena Eriksson, fizzes it out to the left-hand side, and Jonna Andersson in field to Sager, was closed down quickly. Eriksson steps up, makes sure England can't counter, but now they almost steal it over on that far side. Throw to Sweden. One thing I've noticed in terms of the wing player of England, Mead has almost exclusively stayed on the right and Hemp stayed on the left, which is a bit of a change for England. They have swapped it around in this tournament so far, but as Sweden try and work it down the left-hand side, it is their more natural position. Sweden have done well here, down towards the byline, and they win a corner.
Such good recovery from Kira Walsh, spotting that Lucy Bronze has been beaten in that right back position. Can she get across? Can she help her teammates out? Now it's concentration, it's organisation. Do not concede a goal from a set piece.
England 2, Sweden 0. Sweden with the corner. The former Manchester City player Kosavari Aslani stands over it, swings it towards that crowded 6-yard box. Side netting, poor delivery from Aslani.
Yeah, not expected from Kosavari Aslani. That set piece, it's not even made the box, it's hit the side netting. You know, the state of the game.
We'll take that.
We'll take it, absolutely, but yeah, she needs to know better. Get the ball in the box for your team.
Stephen Warnock and Izzy Christensen here with us on 5 Live in the World Service as Maria plays it out to the left-hand side. Leah Williamson in possession up towards halfway. Headed forward by Sweden though. Good interception by Bjorn of Everton, and now in field to Sager, who in the end manages to step away from Georgia Stanway, but she's been hassled and harried, and it's a loose touch. Sembrant will play it forward though. Headed down by Blackstenius. Ritin Kaneryd will pick it up, edge of the penalty area. She's done really well here, gets the shot away. Blocked by England and Leah Williamson, picked up by Blackstenius once more. That's brilliant. Brilliant defending from the England captain Leah Williamson, just steals it away from her Arsenal teammate Blackstenius, and it's cleared away to Magdalena Eriksson inside her own half.
Just on the ropes a little bit, England here, and just backs against the wall, but keep your shape, be organised, make it difficult, know you can counter-attack. I think that's the big thing, is that you know you've got substitutes to come on the pitch later on as well.
Glass has done well down the right, but Hemp's done better. Little back heel, sends it out for a Sweden throw. England with this 2-goal advantage to protect. 18 and a half minutes gone in this second half. Glass plays the ball in, sliding block by Hemp, out for a Sweden throw.
Yeah, defensive duties from Lauren Hemps. Anything to stop the cross, knowing full well Sweden are good. Aslani getting out of that again.
Lovely work by Aslani down to the byline, ball across, corner. Will the delivery be better this time?
Well, certainly hope so, but what I'd have to say is the work rate of the England players, the covering, they're knowing that they've been beaten, the next one's there to back them up. This is a real team effort tonight. It's been absolutely brilliant so far.
So Aslani will leave this one for Jonna Andersson, former Chelsea fullback. Again, the 6-yard box is packed with yellow shirts dotted around the white tops of England. As Andersson swings the ball in, Earps is underneath it, she wasn't sure, it's a scramble, it's off the line, and it's away just by Rachel Daly. Back out to Andersson, danger still alive here, England have to hold firm, ball back in, Eriksson was up there, misses the header, sent back in again, needed by what a save by Mary Earps.
Wow.
England's #1, denying Stina Blackstenius with an absolutely marvellous stop. It's a Sweden corner. It should have been a Sweden goal back, but for the brilliance of Mary Earps.
Well, I've just watched two former England #1s high-five each other in Karen Bardsley. Oh my word, I mean, that is just phenomenal. What a save. It's wow.
I think it was Rachel Brown finished the other one, because I'm certainly
yeah.
not a former England #1. I've not got the height, Stephen.
I was just, do you know what, I was just in shock. What a save.
And the irony is, I mean, Blackstenius, we need to see a replay, but it almost comes off her knee, so whether she's able to control it with that awkwardness, good from Blackstenius, amazing from Earps as the corner is swung in, near post, they're all appealing, it's another Sweden corner, England still under the cosh, but a save like that can do wonders. So Sweden with another corner. England 2, Sweden 0. Here they come once more, swung in, it's powerfully headed away by Williamson on the edge of the 6-yard box. Sweden will pick it up again with Andersson, sent back in to the penalty area by Glass, it's flicked on, Earps is there, and that is a good claim. She had Blackstenius and Aslani right on her there, Mary Earps, and she drops to the ground, and it is still England 2, Sweden 0, midway through the second half.
Big spell of pressure for Sweden. England absorb it like a sponge, and Mary Earps taking full control of the situation. That save was up there with saves of the tournament, and we've seen some good ones, by the way. Blackstenius doesn't even mean to connect with it with her knee. I think it's a
Miscue here by Hannah Glass outside her own penalty area. Here goes Lauren Hemp, she's forced wide. It's good recovery by Hannah Glass, but it's better by Hemp. She turns in field, she's still going. Hemp pulls it across. Oh, it's just ahead of Russo, who was crowded out of it by Eriksson and Sager. Back in by England from the right-hand side. Poor delivery over the heads of everyone, but will be picked up once more by Rachel Daly. Under pressure, we'll send it back to the halfway end, Leah Williamson. There are more goals in this game as England come forward again. Down the left-hand side, nice little 1-2 between Kirby and Hemp. Kirby down to the byline, just slows the play, pulls it back to Hemp. Looking for options, pulls it back now to Kira Walsh, and Walsh will go all the way back to Rachel Daly. And England just trying to get a little bit of control of this game and make... It's outstanding. It's England 3, Sweden 0.
Wow, what a goal. This is absolutely outrageous. I mean, she should score the first one. It's lovely play down the left-hand side. It's Fran Kirby who gets in. She picks out Alessia Russo. Russo fires it, saved by the keeper. And as it comes out, she's running towards the corner flag, her back to goal. She just back heels it through the legs of Lindahl. One of the best goals you will see. Outrageous.
She's not just nutmeg Lindahl, she's nutmeg Andersson as well. It's the double nutmeg. And do you know what? The first chance that she had, she was like, nah, that's too easy. I'm going to have my back to goal and I'm going to backheel it through 2 Swedish people's legs and I'm going to hit the back of the target, and I am 99.9% going to send my country to Wembley.
It's gorgeous. It's gigantic in the course of this game as Sweden come forward and drive from the edge of the area. And when they showed that on the replay here, the entire capacity crowd here at Bramall Lane, I mean, there was just an ooh of disbelief. Jules is down pitch side. Jules, you must have had a fabulous goal. What a piece of skill.
I'm not gonna lie about this. When we saw her do it, the back heel, we just knew from our vantage point it was going in, because we are so close to seeing what she just did. That was absolutely outrageous. And behind me, the fan club, the Alessia Russo fan club, went absolutely wild.
Really on Sweden's backs now as Lauren Hemp just miscontrols inside the penalty area, and Lindahl gathers, and the crowd at Bramall Lane, well, you can tell what they believe this summer. England 3, Sweden 0, and it's the style of that goal as well. I mean, if you're an opponent, never mind a goalkeeper, if you're that entire Sweden team and you see that goal go in, I mean, it is the most demoralising way to concede, because it is such a fabulous piece of skill, and it just saps the energy right out of you.
It's demoralising. England were turning it on anyway, but to score a back heel goal like that in a European Championship semi-final against a team who released a document of how to beat them, I'm sorry, but if that's not taking the mickey, I don't know what is.
Ball over the top, looking for Russo once more over the halfway line. She won't get there, and Sweden will gather. 20 minutes plus added time to play. England 3, Sweden 0. England, who have not conceded more than once in a match in their 18 games under Serena Wiegman. 20 minutes to play, Stephen, but the atmosphere in here, the belief in here, it's sky high.
Yeah, it is, but let's not forget the 2 key moments of the game. Mary Earps, we're going to talk about everyone else on the pitch bar her because of what they've done going forward. She has contributed the 2 biggest moments in the game. At 0-0 in 45 seconds, she makes an incredible save, and at 2-0 when Sweden have got England on the back foot and they're really pressing them, she comes up with an absolute, arguably, save of the tournament so far. And you're looking at that saying, that's the job of the goalkeeper. The concentration levels, that is what they bring to the team.
Well, the cheer is Russo. Esther Stowley is coming over to Rachel Daly, having a word with her. Not too sure what that's about, because Daly certainly wasn't dawdling as she prepares to take this throw for England. And Fran Kirby will send it back to Millie Bright. England 3, Sweden 0. Here on 5 Live in the World Service, and we have seen one of the goals of the tournament, one of the best goals I've ever seen live from Alessia Russo. Back heel to make it 3-0. Ball goes out of play, and Sweden, well, they look as though they're running out of ideas here. England have really turned it on, and let's not forget, England, who before Beth Mead scored 11 minutes before half-time, had been second best. Sweden have been playing very well. Can Asllani get them going again? Can she make it interesting from a Sweden point of view? The Lionesses won't care a bit if she doesn't. The ball is given away and Hemp will play it forward. Sagar's interception. Hannah Glass shields the ball from Lauren Hemp and will pick it up once more. Sagar square to Bjorn and all the way back to Eriksson. Intercepted. Here England go again. Bjorn has committed the foul in the centre circle, and this will be a yellow card.
Yeah, it's a blatant yellow card from Natalie Bjorn, pulling down Stanway as she broke free in that midfield area. But just going back to that previous sideways pass from Asllani into the path of what she thought was going to Ritten Kaneryd, the right winger running onto it. The pass was just behind her, so she had to check, and it gave Lauren Hemp, whose recovery was exceptional, even at 3-0 up and 73 minutes gone. That, I think, just epitomises where both of these teams are at in this tournament. Lauren Hemp's desire to get back for the team, and Sweden's just lack of execution.
Asllani is closing down. Ball is out of play from England for a Sweden throw. Hannah Glass will come over to take it. The attendance is announced inside Bramall Lane, just below capacity in the stands. But they roar their approval, 28,624. And that little knot of Sweden fans away to our right, around 1,500 of them here in Sheffield this evening. The yellow flags are not waving. The supporters are sitting glum and silent because their side are trailing by 3-0 in this Women's European Championship semi-final here on BBC Radio 5 Live in the World Service. Russo, who has scored that beautiful back heel, holds on to the ball for England. Back now to the left-hand side, and Stanway, lovely interchange of passes from Williamson and Stanway. England playing with such confidence. 3 goals to the good. Pulled ball forward by Kirby though. Hemp won't reach it, and here is Witin Canarid, plays the ball forward looking for Blackstenius all the way through to Mary Earps.
I wonder at what point Serena Wiegman thinks, okay, I don't want to lose certain players for the final now. And is there an opportunity to make changes to rest players ready for that final? England should be home and dry. At 3-0 with 15 minutes to go, the game should be done. So, and the quality of substitutes that she's got at her disposal should be able to see this game out.
Almost a mix-up at the back from England though, just as you say that. Stephen Marriott's just about getting distance on the clearance in the end, and it spins out for an England throw. Final roll of the dice for Sweden, and it's the change that Izzy predicted. The Juventus striker Lena Hurtig, one of those coming on. Stina Blackstenius of Arsenal is departing, and she's been quieter over the last 10-15 minutes, having looked so dangerous and hit the bar in the first half, is it?
Yeah, and it's obviously a shame to see a player of her quality leaving the pitch. She's been such an exciting player to watch, even at times. Very different profile of striker.
England looking to get through the middle again. Kirby shoots from distance. Lindahl makes the save, but she doesn't get enough on it. And England are going to Wembley. England are through to their third major final in their history. What a goal! Once again, Lindahl did her best, but she couldn't keep it out. And England are sweeping away Sweden in the semi-finals. They lead by 4-0. Jules, you're down pitch side, and the place has erupted.
The place is on its feet. All the banners, all the goals, all the horns, all the applause, all the noise. Fran Kirby, can I just say as well, she beat me at hoops earlier on this week in the media session, but what a strike that was. Unbelievable as the fans now get back to their seats. I don't think they're expecting as many goals as they have seen tonight, and all of them have been absolute class.
You know what, the strike isn't that good. It's the idea to do it and to pull it off. And me and Stephen, between us, Stephen called it in the first half. Lindahl was off her line. Try the chip, try the lob. And Fran Kirby's obviously got hold of this 5 Live coverage from the first half at half-time. She's listened to Stephen Warnock and she's like, hang on, he's right. I'm going to do that in the second half. And she's done that. She's almost executed it, but Lindahl's got her fingertips to it. And listen, I'm not a goalkeeping coach, but Lindahl probably should have done better, but it's the idea of Fran Kirby and off Lindahl's fingertips into the back of the net.
What we've seen from both players, Alessia Russo with her finish, the back heel, and Fran Kirby with that chip, is players with sky-high confidence who are willing to try things, who believe in what they're trying to do, and two great execution goals.
It's her last action of the game. It could be an action that puts the seal on England's progression through to the European Championship final. And she is replaced by Ella Toone, the hero of the quarter-final in normal time. Georgia Stanway, of course, the hero in extra time. Big double high-five with Serena Wiegman. Big roar of Toone all around Bramall Lane. And this is it, isn't it? I mean, Sweden must be thinking, just blow the final whistle now, because Toon is another player that off the bench has been devastating for England in this tournament.
Still 12 minutes left, Vicky, and this could get quite embarrassing for Sweden.
Britain Canaryds plays it down the left, looking for the run of Rolfe. Taking on Lucy Bronze, still going, ball into the area, and Mary Earps claims so well. And you're totally right, Stephen, the point you made 10 minutes or so ago. People will look at the goals that have been scored, the delicious Russo back heel, but in the opening minute and at 2-0, Mary Earps has made 2 saves that have done as much to cement England's place in the final as the 4 goals.
Yeah, and what that does for the defenders as well, it breeds confidence to them to know that they've got that brick wall behind them, that when called upon, she can make big saves at vital times.
Ball forward from Ella Toon over the head of Lauren Hemp, out for a Sweden throw. England 4, Sweden 0, approaching the final 10 minutes.
In the midst of this euphoria that's going on inside Bramall Lane, by the way, I want to just add in a tactical detail which I think Stephen called early on, that the game in midfield will be won and lost. England have been so smart with the positioning of the number 10. Ella Toon has just done exactly what Fran Kirby's done all game, and Leah Williamson's got that range just to dink it over the midfield pressing line into the number 10's feet.
Oh, it's gorgeous by Georgia Stanway. Nutmeg on Rolfe in the centre of the park, and now Lucy Bronze down the right hand side. Could this get even better for England? Here is Ella Toon, ball into the area looking for Russo. Oh, it's a miscue from Natalie Bjorn, and goes behind for a corner, and that could have gone anywhere.
It's an excellent ball in from Toon. She's trying to be a little bit too precise in picking out her teammate Russo. As we know, them picking each other out normally results in one thing, and that's a goal. But it's caused Natalie Bjorn to make a big decision just inside her own 6-yard line, and the clearance could have gone anywhere, but it's just the quality of the ball into a good area that's caused the confusion.
So corner to be taken by Beth Mead for England over on this left hand side. Standing ovation for the Arsenal player who got things underway for England in the first half, who broke the Sweden momentum, and England are breaking Swedish hearts in Sheffield tonight. Mead's delivery, it's fierce, it's headed towards the centre of the penalty area, cleared away by Sweden. Millie Bright will chest it down, and Toon very wisely, very calmly goes back to Kira Walsh in the centre circle. Now out to the right hand side, and Lucy Bronze plays it forward. Clearance by Bjorn right into the face of Lauren Hemp, who goes down. It's a painful one for Hemp. Bjorn brings the ball down. Esther Stauberly has stopped play just to make sure that Lauren Hemp is all right. But this England performance at this tournament, I mean, getting through against Spain in extra time, they put us all through the ringer, but we had the 8-0 against Norway, 5-0 against Northern Ireland, the 1-0 against Austria in the opener in front of a new record crowd for a Women's Euros at Old Trafford, and now 4-0 against Sweden. They're just one off Germany in terms of a side scoring the most goals at a single edition of a Women's Euros, and we're not even at the final yet, but England will be there.
Not bad, is it? But the only thing that we'll say is win it. We'll only judge this team on winning it, because that's what we believe that they're capable of doing. We looked at the Spain game and we looked at this game and we said these are very, very tough games. We knew the quality of both oppositions. Now you say we got put through the ringer against Spain. They did at times and they suffered a little bit, but they still believed and found a way to win it.
Emotionally.
Oh, sorry. But you look at this game and okay, for the first 10-15 minutes they weathered the storm, but they've dominated this game after that. That tweak in midfield, it's changed the game completely, and that is credit to the manager.
Do you know what I think as well? All those scorelines that you listed off, Vicky, throughout the tournament so far, I guarantee there'll be a few players in that squad, and the most disappointing thing about it is they conceded a goal against Spain. And that just gives you an idea of the mentality of this team, and in particular the player I'm talking about, I know for a fact, is Lucy Bronze. I know she will be fuming they conceded against Spain.
Cleared away by Millie Bright. England 4, Sweden 0. If they go on and win it, will she be able to get over that disappointment?
Oh, you know, she'll
it'll make up for it.
Of course. But that's just the type of mentality that she's got as an athlete. Is striving for best all the time.
Here comes Sweden over the halfway line, picked up now by the substitutes. Benison cleared away by England over the halfway line and knocked around by Sweden at the back. But Sweden, the Olympic silver medalists who haven't won a trophy since 1984 when they beat England in the finals of the European Championship. That wait is going on. Will it end finally for the Lionesses as they come forward once again, leading by 4-0. Here is Beth Mead, little miscontrol, and Sweden will pick it up. Beth Mead, incidentally, who is now England's all-time leading goal scorer at a Women's Euros, overtaking Jodie Taylor. Heavy challenge on the halfway line, and Georgia Stanway's called over, and it's a yellow card for Stanway. And that's what you were saying earlier, Stephen. I was going to say, you know, this is the sort of match they're playing so well, they won't want to come off, but you would hate the player to get a red card or an injury, and it's that Serena Wiegmann's got to balance.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see a host of changes, and hopefully Georgia Stanway is one of those players who leaves the pitch now.
She will be now, I think.
Yeah, I think she will, just because of that yellow card. But
really bad
I
challenge.
mean, her performance has been, wow, really, really impressive.
So, free kick to Sweden, who trail by 4-0. Ball to the edge of the area, headed down. Rolfer almost latches onto it, will pick it up, forced towards the edge of the penalty area. Left hand side, Lucy Bronze is there. She doesn't want to concede, you can see it. Lucy Bronze, ball is dinked in powerfully away by Bright. Oh, was that a foul on the edge of the area? Sweden and Sega didn't really appeal for it. They have the ball on the right hand side now with Ritten Canarid. England have to be careful here, can't go diving in. Ball is pulled back, Russo back there defending, no nonsense. Out of play for Sweden throw, and here comes the double change for England. Beth Mead, who is leading those charts for the Golden Boot. She's 2 ahead of Germany's Alexandra Popp now. Germany against France, the second semi-final. Who will it be playing England in the final? Because it will be England. They lead by 4-0. There's 4 minutes plus added time to play. Join us for commentary of Germany-France tomorrow night on 5 Live. 8 o'clock kickoff. You can watch that on the BBC as well. That's going to be a cracker. Chloe Kelly is on. Georgia Stanway is coming off. No surprise there after picking up that yellow card, and Jill Scott will replace her, and Alex Greenwood waits as well. But what a luxury for Serena Wiegmann to be able to make these changes, to rest players, to make sure Stanway doesn't get herself sent off at the end of the semi-final as Greenwood prepares to come on for Rachel Daly.
Yeah, it's a massive luxury, Vicky. She's utilising the squad, and there seems to be a consistent pattern of the players that she's using. And I think all the substitutions, they're not sentimental at all. They're the correct substitutions. As Stephen was saying, it's Georgia Stanway. She just got herself yellow carded. I kind of imagine she was perhaps to give way anyway to Jill Scott, regardless of that yellow card, but it probably affirmed it. Alex Greenwood, we saw her come on in the Spain game, made an impact. And you know, the mentality of Serena Wiegmann and what she's instilled in these players is the level of performance. And she will not want this level of performance to drop, even for this closing 5 or 6 minutes and whatever extra time that we do have. And that's a winning mentality.
Sweden give away a free kick on the edge of their own penalty area, and Mary Earps trots over to take it. England 4, Sweden 0 in the dying stages of this Women's Euro semi-final here on 5 Live.
Been such a professional performance. Everyone who's entered the pitch has understood and watched intensely what the position is, what the role is when they come onto the pitch, and they've executed it so well. But you have to give credit again to the manager, Serena Wiegmann. Tactically aware, substitutions at the right time, not changing the team because she believed in it, and she's got everything she wanted, and everything that we've seen so far. The starting 11 do so well, but then we see the impact of the substitutions. She's getting it right so far.
It's going to be the same team for the final, isn't it? I can't see her changing it.
Could many complain?
I don't think so. And they're singing it again at Bramall Lane as Chloe Kelly off the bench turns and drives towards the Sweden penalty area. Here is Jill Scott, lays it out to the right hand side, and Lauren Hemp as England will just knock it around now with Lucy Bronze, cuts in field and turns away from the pressure all the way back to Millie Bright and out to Leah Williamson now. England are heading through to their first major final since Euro 2009. Is this to be the year that they end that wait for a major trophy. They've never won one in Lionesses history. This will be only the third final in their history. All of them have come at the European Championships. Serena Wiegman did it on home soil with the Netherlands 5 years ago. Is she to lead the Lionesses to victory on home soil? We'll find out on Sunday, the 31st of July, this Sunday at Wembley, 5 o'clock kickoff. Join us on 5 Live, and of course you can watch on BBC One as well. Sweden play the ball away from their own penalty area. England 4, Sweden 0 on 5 Live in the World Service. Ball played forward looking for Hurtig. Pete Bright gets the foot in. Free kick given away to Sweden just inside their own half. England reaching the final is huge, but the manner in which they've done it, and the 2 knockout games in particular, we've seen resilience against Spain when there was 6 minutes plus added time from going out and they came through. We've seen a brilliant performance, particularly in the second half and the final 55 minutes, you could say, of this match since Beth Mead's goal. But what it does for this side, they're showing they've got different ways to win, and whether it's Germany or whether it's France, that is going to be a huge test. Germany, 8-time European champions. France ranked 3rd in the world, looking to win their first major trophy. Mentally, this England team have gained so much from these knockout stages, and it might not be over yet as Toon feeds Russo. Back to Toon, 25 yards out, plays it out to the right-hand side. Here goes Lauren Hemp, might go for the curler, goes for the cross instead. Russo is in there, oh, it's just past the post. Alessia Russo was there, Natalie Bjorn as well, but it's flicked past the post. It stays at 4-0. We're into 3 minutes of added time.
Yeah, and just seen a really rare sight on the pitch that I've not seen yet this tournament very much, and Kira Walsh didn't complete a pass. It was she tried the switch of play over the top of Magdalena Eriksson for the run of Lauren Hemp, but misexecuted it, and gosh, really poor from Kira. I'm only joking. She's been outstanding, absolutely outstanding.
She's on the ball once more. Lucy Bronze has just fired it into Walsh's head. I'm not sure she'll be too pleased with that, particularly if it leads to a Sweden consolation. Ritten Kaneryd into the penalty area. Here is Hurtig. Dinks it back. Ritten Kaneryd will pick it up, but she's forced away from the England box, and Bramall Lane is poised to celebrate in Sheffield here. We've 2 minutes of added time to play. England 4, Sweden 0 as Lauren Hemp makes the interception, and she's off down the right hand side. Russo's through the centre, she's screaming for it. Hemp lays it off instead to Kira Walsh. Lovely turn back, she's tripped. Free kick England. That's better from Kira Walsh.
No, that was class from Kira. She's just, you think she's going to play forward, and she just croaks it in between 2 players and just checks back and takes it. Brilliant.
What does Lauren Hemp eat for dinner? Wow, the energy levels. Oh my word. She has not stopped running all night at full pelt.
Laid off by Ella Toon. Chloe Kelly will go for goal. Lindar's right behind it, 30 yards out. Would have been special. 90 seconds to play. Get your calls in for 606 Lionesses fans. 08085 909 693. England are heading to Wembley. England are heading to their first major final since 2009. Forward now to Ella Toon, midway through the Sweden half, lays it off. Walsh won't pick it up, and here is Hurtig. Can Sweden find a consolation? Scant consolation it will be, as Sagar, who hasn't quite been up with the pace of the game since coming on, is well pressured by Russo. Sweden will retain possession. Played forward now to Aslani, lays it off to Glass. Down this right hand side, the ball in is watched all the way by Mary Earps. England 4, Sweden 0 into the final 45 seconds of added time.
On the night, Vicky, and every match so far in this tournament, bar the Spain games at time, England have been better than the opposition in every single department. Defensively, offensively, player for player, 1v1 defending, attacking, dribbling. They've been picking up second balls. Mary Earps has been outstanding in goal for England. So much confidence. Just think that's why England are where they are. They've just been better than everybody in every single department.
Eriksson clears the ball away for Sweden. Seconds left to play. Esther Stabeli puts the whistle to her lips. Wembley awaits for the Lionesses. They are through to their first major final since 2009. The first major final since 2009. What a moment it is for these players. They have swept Sweden away in this semi-final here in Sheffield. 4-0 winners. And is this to be the year that the Lionesses finally end their wait for a major trophy?